Just do what you got to do, what you got to do to get by.
The single Get By seems to have up-and-coming country singer Tim Hicks on the road to success. Although a newcomer to radio play, Tim has been on this path for a long time.
Well, it was 15 years of playing hard in clubs and bars and acoustic gigs, band gigs. I worked on cruise ships. I did all kinds. I played in tribute bands, and you know, once I always did country stuff in my acoustic gigs, which I felt was true to myself. You know, playing acoustic and singing. And when I finally figured out that that's where I should be and what I wanted to do, it just sort of snowballed. And the phone started ringing. And I was playing in a club in Toronto. Next thing I know, these fellas saw me play, and they invited me to write some songs with them. And they took those songs and went down to Nashville and played them for a few people. And luckily, somebody was interested.
And now that interest is paying off. Tim's first single, Get By, is climbing the country charts.
You know, it's really cool, especially in this day and age with social media, because I can have in-the-moment conversations over Twitter and Facebook with DJs across Canada. And some of them have been very cool. They'll give me the heads up, hey man, you're on in 5 minutes, you know, that kind of thing. So I can put the word out. And last week was a great week for me because my home radio station, where I live in Niagara, picked it up. And so we're able to hear it. My friends and family are able to hear it, you know, as we're driving around town and driving to our gigs every night. And that's a really great feeling when, you know, when Brad Paisley comes on and then the next song is Get By Tim Hicks, and then Taylor Swift's on after that. It's a pretty cool feeling. I think a lot of people would say I have kind of a country rock sound, which is just fine by me. You know, some people have said I'm Canada's Zac Brown or Brantley Gilbert or something like that, which, you know, I kind of think of myself as Canada's Tim Hicks. But that being said, I mean, a lot of people can hear that similarity, and I do carry my influences heavy on my sleeve, so they do come out. You know, I listened to a lot of Beatles growing up and a lot of Blue Rodeo and Neil Young, and you know, I love Southern classic rock like you know, the Eagles and Lynyrd Skynyrd, and I think that comes out in my sound.
As he rides the success of the single Get By, Tim says more music is on the way.
I recorded 5 songs in Nashville with Jeff Copeland, as I mentioned, and I spent a year going back and forth. For about a week at a time, we'd go down and just write. And we, you know, we got a catalog of material together, and outside songs too, other writers pitching in. And now we're at that point where we're starting to sift through that material. And it looks like I'm going to head down in the spring and finish the record and hopefully have something this year, if not early next year. So at this point, we're just taking it day by day. And really, I mean, every week now, you know, the label sends me an email of the chart, and it's like my stomach is in my throat every time I open that email. You know, it's just such a wonderful feeling to see my name on the Billboard chart, you know, like that. And hopefully, you know, we keep climbing up, and more and more people dig the song, and you know, we get the record out, and hopefully things start really happening, and you know, I won't have to play Brown Eyed Girl anymore.
You can find out more about Tim Hicks on his website at timhicksmusic.com. You can also follow him on Twitter and on Facebook. In Huntsville, for TVCOGECO News, I'm Scott Acton.